to admit, I've got no problem in firing up the grill no matter what the weather is, but springtime officially has hit, and that means the sun is shining and the weather is warm. It means I want to be outside, but I still want to cook. So of course, I've got to combine the two. My favorite way is to make it fast and easy and still delicious, and this is one of the best ways. And you've probably heard of beer can chicken. Well, like all things that I do, it's more about the method than the recipe, so I'm going to show you how to put it together. Now over here, I've already got one. He's sitting on a can of lemon lime soft drink, and I poured out about half of the soft drink. You don't need the whole thing, and you do want it to kind of be able to simmer inside the chicken once it's on the grill, so pour off of about half of it. Now, he's going to get a rub, and in here, if you want the recipe, you can always go to the website, but he's going to get a rub, 2 teaspoons each of salt and pepper, teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of paprika. And then I gave the zest of 1 lemon and half the lemon juice. That goes in here. He's going to go on the one with the lemon lime. Now over here, we're going to go beer can chicken. Now you know if you're working with chicken, you don't want to cross-contaminate. So I'm giving myself one little dish to wash just to keep the rest of my good old barbecue rub safe. Now, in my barbecue rub, I do, let's see, equal parts garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, paprika, cumin, and chili powder. So you can do a teaspoon of each, you can do a cup of each, it doesn't matter. It's all about how much you want to make. I think I used a 1/4 cup measure when I put this batch together, back when I did the spare ribs that I put on my website. But this is the same barbecue rub, and it can go with the beer can chicken. So I'll show you how to do this. Most premium and high-end beers don't come in a can. That's the first thing that you're going to notice. Don't worry about it. All you're going to get from this is a subtle flavor from the beer. What you really want is a can and the moisture that's going to come from it. You want about that much? And this is all you do. You're looking for the cavity. He's going to come in here. Ah, a little piece of ice from the brine left over. You want to squish him down. There, here we go. Now, I already have my grill preheated. I've got it cranked all the way to high across the board. You want to start out, if you've seen the roast chicken video or read the article on roasting a chicken, same thing. You would like to sear the outside at a high temperature. But as soon as we put these guys on there, we're going to drop the temperature down to low, and I may even turn off 1 or 2 of the burners. Luckily, I have a grill with a thermometer on the outside, and a thermometer on the grill is your best friend. You cannot have a better tool. It is not about cooking times. Throw that out the window. There's no way for me to know how cold your chicken was when it went on, exactly how hot your grill is, if it's calibrated correctly, any of those things. But what we do know is that we want an internal temperature of 155 degrees at the thickest part before we pull them off. And that's easy to do. All right. Give me just a second. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. I didn't want lemon zest on my beer chicken. Okay. Now, this is the least fussy thing you can do, but we're going to ensure that we get a rich, toasty, crispy skin, minimal mess, at least if I'm not in the kitchen. And if you do this like I'm doing with the little baking sheet, make sure you use an old cruddy one. You can use tin foil if you want. I like the extra stability that it gives to the birds. You can put them right on the grill rack if you want to. But like I said, I tend to be a little bit klutzy and I knock stuff over. So I like a little stability. If you do use a baking sheet like this, make sure you're not using one that had any kind of non-stick or aluminum coating. You don't want that. So just use an old cruddy one. Or get a couple of those, aluminum hot plates. Those would work. Alright, I've got my grill on 350. I'm going to give my hands a quick wash so I don't contaminate everything with chicken, and I'll meet you outside. Are you ready? Okay. Come here and look at this. When I say you need the grill hot, I'm not kidding. All right, we're starting out really hot because every time you open the grill, you're going to lose a lot of temperature, and it's going to take it a few minutes to come back. Now, one of the things I said about, okay, we're going right to low, and I'm turning this one off entirely. One of the things I said about we're looking for an internal temperature so you can't tell by time, this is an example. Both of these birds were about 5 pounds. Ah, he jumped over. The good thing I drank that much of that beer. Otherwise, we'd have lost it in the fire. Wasted beer is a horrible thing. You do have to make sure that your chickens are going to clear the top. But I have, and then, here we go. Walk away. You've already turned it down. You've maintained a temperature in here. He's still reading at about 500. I'd say it'll drop to about 450 now and then slowly come back down to 350. I'd like to monitor this to keep it at about 350 degrees. In about half an hour, the slightly bigger bird, I'm going to come out and insert the thermometer in it, and again, walk away. I've had birds this size, about 5 pounds or so, take less than an hour and an hour and a half, and it just depends on the temperature of your ingredients, the temperature outside, and how well your grill maintains heat. So I'm going to go inside for a few minutes. Today was not one of our better days, even though I wanted to grill. I'm going to head inside. I'll be back in half an hour, put the thermometer in, and other than that, I'm going to let them alone.